Morning everybody, 22nd of July and another day in my daily diaries of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Today's a bit cloudy, it's just been trying to rain actually, so I don't know what the weather's going to be like. I've got, again the wash is going, so I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get that out on the line or not. Last night, during the night, during the evening yesterday, she weren't too bad. She was doing the eyes closed thing and just the quiet thing, and then she started the restless thing, and she ended up lay sort of horizontally on the, even though the recliner was out, she was lay sideways, and her feet was hanging over the side and doing the humming and noises and hair twizzling, doing a lot of the hair twizzling last night. Much more than she's done for a while, really. Heat wise, she wasn't that bad. She went hot, and I put a cold towel, put a towel in the freezer for a quarter of an hour, so I put that on her back. It wasn't quite as bad. She weren't sweating profusely. That's a big word for this time of the morning. But yeah, she was restless and legs were going, and so went to bed, give her the tablets. You want to go to bed, Angie? No. Are you going to bed, Angie? No. And like I said before, you can't physically drag her, because it's not right. She wouldn't get it anyway. She'd put up a fight. So that's, even though the ideal situation is to go to bed, but I've just accepted now that. That's the Angie of old. She would never go to bed. She'd never, until it was like last minute anyway. So it was probably 11:15ish, something like that. By the time I managed to, so 11:30 probably when I got her in bed. Just put a clean nightie top on, it's like a big baggy t-shirt. No sort of pant, no leggings or nothing, so I don't do that anymore. I used to do, but while she's doing all this restless and sweating, it is a bit pointless really. I just make it worse. And during the night, I got in bed at, I'm not sure, I can't remember, 12:30ish maybe, so even 1:45. I just moved her over and changed her because she was slightly damp. Covered her back up with the sheet, and during the night a couple of times I checked and she'd got tangled up in the sheet that covers her, so I just got out of bed once just to sort of uncover her and straighten the bed up for her. So yeah, not too bad. I got up this morning, just got me breakfast and give her the tablets at 8 o'clock, and again just uncovered her. I actually turned the sheet around because it was damp slightly where she got caught underneath her, so I just turned it around. I thought, I'm not changing it right now, I didn't need to, but I just covered it up with the dry side of it. I can go in the washer after. So I got another bed sheet yesterday. So I've just accepted now that the bedding's going in the washer every single day, because I've got them mats underneath that sheet what we lie on now, what she lies on. Whereas before it was the other way around. I was putting the sheets that soak it up on top. But I tried lying on once, and they're not nice to lie on. They're a bit sort of woolly, and it's like lying on a bit of sandpaper, so I've just got to accept now that the bed sheet's got to come off every day, and we just put it in the wash, and I'll change it, put a clean one on. Another job for me, so. And yesterday, I enjoyed my afternoon again. Yesterday afternoon, I actually I did my diary thing while sat on the front. Went for a bit more of a walk and back again. Went into the little Cleveland town. Had a cup of tea. A bit late, I didn't bother with a sandwich. Just had a cup of tea and a bit of people watching. Then I went back on the front. It was a lovely day. There was millions of people around, and I forgot kids are off on holiday. You see, so. There was lots like day trippers out there, and lots of families on the beach, and 2 or 3 mothers with 6 or 7 kids. Just nice to watch, just all, Sam buckets and spades, and I just sat on the, there's loads of people. That's a fine room, to be honest. Then I came off the front and I sat on one of the like concrete benches they are, but it looks right down from the sort of seas behind me, and I was looking right down the main street into Cleaver's, the Cleaver's shopping street. Really, the sun was on my face. Looked at the clock, it was only about 10 to 2. There was a fella sat on the other bench outside of me. And next thing, what did I do? I woke myself up with a little snore. Yeah. So I don't know if the fella side of me heard me, I don't know. But that's how relaxed I was, so I enjoyed that, yeah. Sat there and then just went and picked Angie up from the day centre. Got the details off the phone number off the carer whose granddad's bungalow was up for sale that I drove past and had a look. That was nice. So I spoke to her dad last night, because it's her dad what's selling it. So they only moved over here 2 years ago, his mum and dad, and unfortunately they both passed away. When it's raining, they both passed away within 2 years, so that's why it's up for sale. 1 minute. And yet they said they spent a fortune on it and all done up, it's all nice. So 1 minute, sorry about this. Bloody weather. Yeah, so I've made an appointment with him to go look at it tomorrow, because he's at work. He's just putting it on the market with the estate agent. Well, it was on with one estate agent, but they've dropped that one and got another one. So at the moment it's not quite back on the market. So he's going to show me around tomorrow. So, but his works during the day. So 6:30 tomorrow night, Wednesday night, I'm going looking at it. So I mean, obviously I'll take Angie with me. Yeah, so fingers crossed. He said it's got 2 massive bedrooms. So maybe I'll keep going about 3 bedrooms. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I might not need, as long as I've got 2 big ones. Anyway, I'll look at it, especially if it's all modern. He said it's got a right modern kitchen in it, so it's not what I call, because the thing you've got round here is a lot of bungalows come up for sale, but I call them old womanified. That makes sense. So you need to spend a few quid. Not that that's an issue, sometimes that's the way forward. And I would love to have done that, and I'm capable of doing that as an ex-builder. But I couldn't find the time, could I? I couldn't find the time to do all that and, do what I do and looking after Angie. It's not feasible. It's not feasible. I don't mind doing jobs, and maintenance around the place. I love doing that and altering stuff, but I couldn't get involved in even just fitting a new kitchen. I couldn't do it. It's physically I could, but time-wise and with Angie I can't. So yeah, that's the way forward sometimes, but it's not the way forward for us at the minute. So anyway, we'll go and have a look at that one. So, but we've got this other one today, this 3-bedroom one. Go and look at that at 12 o'clock. So yeah, so when I picked Angie up from the day centre, Karen said, yeah, she took her ages to eat her lunch, but eventually she ate almost all of it. The carers had to help her with it at some point. She managed herself for a while, and then the carers had to help her eat it, and then left some. So it's that left some again that my ears pricked up. So we'll see. I'm just going to get her breakfast ready this morning. I'm going to get her up at about 10 o'clock, I think. Give her a breakfast and get her washed and dressed so we can get out and be at this bungalow for 12. But yeah, it was just that, she left some again that made my ears pricked up. It's strange. Just speaking to a couple over the last day or so about either they've got Parkinson's or a couple of them whose partners or parents have got Parkinson's, newly diagnosed as well, and it's like, what medication is Angie on? And it's actually called levodopa, Madapar. Weird name, as usual. And then people say, do you not think you could get a medication changed and all that? I mean, I spoke to the Parkinson's about this over the time, and you clutch at straws at first because you think it's not working, but it is working. But what we really mean is it's not fixing it. That's really what we're looking for. We're looking for a medication that takes it away, and there isn't any. There isn't any out there, you know. So the medication really, it just enables them to function as best as they possibly can, really. And you have to sort of tweak it and move it and change it, and even change medication sometimes. But that's up for the specialist. But I think unless it's making a mill, really, I think it's a bit of a pointless exercise. Well, once you're on one particular medication, then just stick with it. You know, the body knows, you know, what it's about and what it's to do with that medication. That's just my thoughts. It's just my thoughts, because we're all looking really for a medication that shifts this Parkinson's, you know. And then Angie's got the dementia now kicking in as well. I mean, she's not fully took hold of her fully yet, but you know, so fingers crossed we can keep that off for a while, you know. I'll see if she gets the calendar right this morning and let you know. She got it wrong yesterday again. Yeah, so I'm going to get off now. I'm going to get her breakfast ready. It looks like it's just stopped raining now, so I don't know about this washing. Yeah, so I'm going to get off. Yesterday, sorry, I don't know what happened today. It just cut off all of a sudden. I just said, right, I'm going now, and it went, boom, just turned off. So I don't know whether my phone has had enough of me rabbits, you know. Right, shut up, mate, you've gone on for long enough. So before my phone cuts me off now, I'm going to get off. And please do the usuals, you know, press your like buttons, follow me, and share it on for me, please. I want to get as many followers as I can. Not for me purposely, you know, but personally, I just want to get out there. You know, the amount of people that I'm now getting saying, I watched one or two of your videos and I didn't realise, I know, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. People do not understand how complex Parkinson's is and the issues it causes, and the hassle and the upset, you know, the damage it does, you know, to families, not just the person who's got it. Anyway, I'm going over the same thing again here. So yeah, so like, as usual, please press your like button, follow me, share these videos to as many people as you possibly can, and have a look at my profile page, and have a look at my granddaughter's Just Giving page. She's doing that walk on August the 9th, 13-mile trek in aid of Alzheimer's. It's organised by the Alzheimer's Society. There's a few of them doing it, and a couple of quid if you can. If you can't, doesn't matter. But just have a read about the story she's put to it. It gives you an idea as to the sort of woman and Nan, you know, my Mrs. Angie was before this took over. Okay, so yeah, I'll do another one tomorrow. So as usual, you take care now. Bye.